I can't even believe I'm saying this, but almost 1 year ago exactly, my friend got me a slice of cake from Capital Jill that was life-changing. And now Jill is in my kitchen teaching me how to decorate a cake. And I'm gonna share everything I learned with you. Jill sent me her recipe to make beforehand, and she uses a butter and oil-based chiffon cake, but offers many flavor variations like swapping in olive or sesame oil, brown butter, or buckwheat flour. I also made a black sesame Italian meringue buttercream and learned that this can keep at room temperature for a day or two if you don't want to bring it back up to temp. Once you have the cake layers, Jill will trim the tops even if they're pretty flat to help the filling soak in. She'll also rub off any loose crumbs around the edges of the cake layers to help the frosting go on more smoothly. Her next tip is to use acetate to hold everything together, especially for cakes with runny fillings. Piping a hefty dam of buttercream that will firm up in the fridge means you can add a decent amount of fillings. We settled on a layer of yuzu marmalade and raspberry jam sandwiched with more buttercream. We refrigerated the assembled cake for about 20 minutes to firm up, then we started on the outside layer. At this point, Jill remarked that a metal cake turntable is really best because plastic ones just typically aren't as smooth. I usually go for a rustic look on my cakes out of laziness, but Jill probably spent about 10 minutes really evening out the frosting with a cake scraper until it looked perfectly smooth and professional. Then we used another scraper to add texture to the top of the cake before using a rose tip to pipe some designs on top and a little ruffly base around the cake. We added a few squiggles on the side to use up every last scrap of buttercream and then filled in the top of the cake with the jams. And then she's letting me cut it.
We get to make a cake and eat it, which is like, I never get to eat my cake.
That cake looks beautiful. Anyway, this cake has spurred a new obsession with chiffon cake. This was so delicious, and you can find the recipe in the caption.